Huh?
Streaming?
Yeah, I'm recording for my YouTube.
Oh yeah? What you recording on?
On my phone, on my phone.
I thought y'all ain't gonna lie. I
Yeah.
thought you were recording that really fun, like a freak.
Nah, hell nah, bro.
God damn, bro.
Test test 1 2 3. I've talked about the East River Tunnel project on my main channel. I've talked about the Hudson River Tunnel project on my main channel. I've talked about the Penn Assets project on my main channel. But there's one rehabilitation project that doesn't get talked about enough, and that is the Park Avenue Viaduct replacement project. The Park Avenue Viaduct is an elevated steel structure that carries 4 Metro North tracks along Park Avenue between East 110th Street and the Harlem River Lift Bridge. The structure is over 130 years old and carries 98% of all Metro North trains traveling along the Hudson, Harlem, and New Haven lines, serving the Harlem 125th Street Station and Grand Central Terminal. MTA Construction and Development and Metro North Railroad are replacing or rehabilitating major segments of the Park Avenue Viaduct. Phase 1 began in 2023 and will replace the viaduct from East 115th Street to East 123rd Street and is expected to be completed by 2026. Phase 2 will replace the viaduct between East 127th Street to mid-block between East 131st Street and East 132nd Street. Construction started in mid-2024 and will continue through 2027. The project is critical to ensuring the viaduct remains in a good state of repair. The project is designed to replace the viaduct as quickly and safely as possible, while minimizing impacts to the surrounding neighborhood. One of the main benefits to the project outside of reliability is the viaduct's noise and vibration level reduction, along with its increased clearance for larger vehicles. Today I'm going to take you to that viaduct to give you guys a tour, to see just how far this project has actually gotten, and I'm sure you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So as we're walking towards the viaduct, you can see that this section of the viaduct on 116th Street is already for the most part completed. There's still a lot of construction equipment around, but it doesn't seem like there's much work being done on the viaduct itself anymore. You can see the new 12-foot clearance signs have already been installed, and the extra clearance is especially good for a busy street like this one. Now this type of work, while somewhat disruptive, brings a lot of positive impacts to the community. Think about all these construction workers that have to go on lunch breaks or something like that, and then we'll go to the local bodega to eat. So work like this brings in a lot of customers to local businesses for multiple years, which is something I generally don't see a lot of urbanists talk about. Like, yes, these projects create jobs, but these jobs are also nested within communities, which could be a really good selling point for these type of large infrastructure projects. Now I stopped here to give you guys a good listen to how the new viaduct sounds, but I didn't realize what I was setting myself up for. In the next moment I'll be engaged in what I can only describe as an unskippable cutscene, and probably one of my top 50 random direct interactions I've ever had in New York.
You streaming?
Huh?
You streaming?
Yeah, I'm recording for my YouTube.
Oh yeah? What you recording on?
On my phone, on my phone.
I thought y'all ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I thought you were recording that really fun, like a freak.
Nah, hell nah, bro.
God damn, bro.
I couldn't believe it. Bro went from protect women to light misogyny. This can only mean one thing. This man was clip farming on my own channel, and it worked. He got the clip. Nah, but in all honesty, he was pretty nice, even though that was an insane clip farm. But yeah, as soon as he said it, I peeped exactly what he was doing. Yeah, you wild for that, bro. You wild as hell. Yeah, thank you, bro. Now the entire time I bet you didn't notice or hear the train running directly next to us. Previously, with the old viaduct, that train would have completely drowned out our entire conversation. In other words, the new viaduct is quiet enough to allow him to get his clip farm off. So I'd like to thank the MTA and Metro North for that clip. Anyways, the next section of this video, I'll basically be talking to you from the camera, because there's no point in me doing a voiceover over me actually talking to you about the project. So enjoy. Alright, can y'all hear me? I don't know, but all right. So this right here is a whole new structure that they started putting in. They've been replacing the old viaduct over here. And as you can see, they've actually gotten pretty far with it. I remember when they replaced the first couple of spans, I think it was like a year ago, or maybe like a year and a half ago, somewhere around then. You can see down here, right, those are the giant cranes that they've been using to replace all the spans. And it looks like they close off the street every single time that they actually replace one of the spans. It's interesting because, as you can see, the spans right here, they actually come with safer walkways. So employees that are doing maintenance and doing work have a safer environment to work in. So that's one of the pluses. Everybody always talks about, steel viaducts and how loud they are. But these are concrete viaducts, so they're a lot quieter for the community. Obviously, you still have the noise from trains coming, which can be annoying. But at least, you kind of get like less of the track noise itself, and it's just more of like the actual trains. I know, especially with the P32s, they're going to be replaced with new Siemens chargers, so they're a lot quieter. So there will be a lot of noise reduction there. Closer look. Underneath the viaduct, it looks like they're got like, I don't know, I actually have no clue what these holes are for right here. Maybe it's fencing. I'm not sure if they're gonna put like community areas underneath here instead of just more parking. I hope they do. Like, these viaducts are huge. You don't really think about how big infrastructure is sometimes, especially when you look at it on a video or something like that or whatever, but that's how large the viaducts are. You see them over here. Replacing some of the ties over here. Go the train. Looks like the workers are busy making the other sections of the viaduct right here. Here's a good picture of what it's supposed to look like and exactly what they're doing. For my Spanish viewers. Is that a giant ruler? Look how large this crane is. Like, the entire thing. I don't know what they're trying to do with this section right here. I mean, you can see right here, the rails actually fastened to the structure itself. And then right here, this part right here, this is where the third rail will go. This section right here is the third rail hook. can see like this structure, me standing next to this structure is like probably about this tall. So
Hey, we're closing everywhere.
and you can see that structure over there as well. You can see the difference between the old viaduct right here and then the new one that they're putting up. Even the difference between like the actual height of the beams themselves and how much clearance there is. You see? You can actually see like, that's about maybe like a foot or a foot and a half of extra clearance. Yeah, and on those, yeah, and the actual gantries, like the actual cranes themselves, they move up and down. So like, they don't have to like reassemble it or anything. They'll just actually roll on the street that's beside it. So they'll just roll up and down the street. And so they put these planks right here, and then they put the gravel down first, like this type of gravel, and then they put the planks over the gravel, and then they put these metal plates that the actual gantry cranes will roll on. Some more of the old viaduct. You come right here, you can see exactly how tall the old viaduct is, or like how low the old viaduct is compared to the new one. I mean, there's still a little bit of an angle on it, of course, of me holding it, but you can definitely tell that the old viaduct is a lot lower. So it's nice because like you can get larger trucks and all that type of stuff through Park Ave instead. So it's definitely an improvement. So not only an improvement on sound, but also an improvement on how much clearance there is on the ground. Honestly, it's really cool to see actual progress, you know? Oftentimes we'll see like projects that just don't really go anywhere, and it's kind of cool to see actual projects that are getting completed. So that's nice. Right here, you can even see more of the difference between the old viaduct and the new viaduct. Right? You can see exactly where the old viaduct was cut away for the new viaduct. So yeah, you can see down there the cranes again. The trains continue to run on the other track, other two tracks, when the viaduct is removed or when they were actually just working on getting it together. So in order to like protect the workers from getting hit by a train, you put that large fence up to divide up the work area. Anyways, subscribe to this channel and the main channel. Bye.